Good afternoon, everyone. And with that last extremely engaging, extremely informative talk, we have come to the end of StarCon 2019. I know. We're sad too. But this was an amazing event, and we can't believe that all of you came out here, shared your excitement, your enthusiasm, your energy, your thoughts, yourselves with us. You got to meet new people, we got to meet new people, and I learned so much, not just technical stuff, but I learned that excitement and enthusiasm for technology is what wakes me up better than coffee and better than anything else. Some of the things that I have learned over the past 2 days, I don't know where else I would have learned them. I can't think of any other conference where people this excited about just learning from one another, we're willing to come together on a weekend and just hang out and just chat and just get some good food and just talk about technology and just geek out. So we want to talk about StarCon, this event, and, why we called it StarCon. So pretty much everyone who, yeah. Okay. So pretty much everyone who's organizing this conference is somehow related to computer science. They're either majoring in it or they've been part of the computer science club. And the star in StarCon refers to, well, firstly, it refers to the fact that this is a conference where you can talk about anything in technology. You can talk about how not to build a virtual reality escape room. You can talk about your wild adventures hunting whales as you compare the abridged and the non-abridged versions of Moby Dick. You can talk about file systems. You can talk about pretty much everything. So we try not to limit ourselves when it comes to what kind of technology we want to talk about. All we care about is that you are excited about it. If you're excited about it, we want to hear about it. But the second reason that we incorporated the star in our StarCon, the reason that Anna incorporated the star in the StarCon, it was her, credit goes to her for the name. Anna can tell you. Okay. She wants to tell you.
So as you may notice, I kind of like dad jokes. And actually, the star in StarCon is actually the regex wildcard match, because we like to wildcard match all of everything you all like. And it also kind of means that it's a conference for everyone. Everyone matches with the asterisks. It's a conference for me, because I learn a ton of stuff. It's a conference for undergrads. It's a conference for people in the industry. And it's just a symbol of, we all want you here and we all really like you.
Yeah, often I'll go to events where I'm one of the only students and pretty much everyone else is in the industry. Or often I'll go to events where there's only students and there's really no one else with a different kind of background. And what I love about events like this is that it's this cocktail of engineers and students and grad students and people who don't really know much about tech but kind of want to learn about tech. And I love that that's the kind of, that's what we want to market when we talk about StarCon, when we invite people to speak at StarCon. This was supposed to, okay, slides are hard. Next slide. So the reason we want to talk about how we conceived of the idea of StarCon. So a while ago, in the winter of 2017, myself, Anna Lorimer, and Evie Kassir, who's up here, we decided to trek up to Toronto one February morning, and attend a conference called HelloCon, which our friend Josh, who is over there, was helping organize. We actually met Josh at that conference, and it was a conference very similar to this: single track, a day of talks, and people just talking about how to hack on Raspberry Pis and how to get started with AI, how reverse debugging works, because that's what Josh talked about. And at the end of the conference, the three of us got together and we were there is so much demand for people just coming together and talking about cool shit that they're into. And we need more events like that. And we, as students, we travel a lot for conferences because the three of us, we love, conferences provide us a lot of value. And we noticed we were either always going to Toronto or going to New York or going to other cities for conferences. And we were there's no way that there aren't people in Waterloo with these stories to tell. So let's run a conference in Waterloo. And as we were sort of mulling over this idea, a few months later, Evie and I attended a conference called Bang Bang Con, which, I'm wearing a Bang Bang Con shirt. And that conference was just as amazing. It was 2 days, like 30 lightning talks, I think, 10 minutes each. And it was 2 days of nonstop geekery over like flocking patterns, because I know Jan is sitting up front and she spoke about it. And like the way airplanes work, and I honestly can't even remember what else, but it was just a lot of stuff that I had never even encountered in tech, and people were talking about it with such excitement and such enthusiasm. So we came back and we're like, all right, how hard can it be? We need a name, we need a room, we need some speakers. No big deal. I don't know if I'm laughing or crying. And so we ran it. We ran it once last year, and it was amazing, and we had such positive feedback. We had 2 days of talks just as exciting and just as full of enthusiasm and full of just unbridled optimism as the talks that we saw today and yesterday. And it was pretty much a no-brainer when we got together at the end of last year's conference. Well, we took like 5 weeks off. Like we were like, no more Slack, no more paperwork, no more checks. But we got back together and we were like, okay, we want to do this again. And this is a story of StarCon 2019. We had 40% first-time speakers. Something else that we really try to encourage is this idea that anyone in technology can give a talk. Conference speaking can be really intimidating because there's someone up front who's like pointing at like pictures of things and graphs of things and like code, and they seem to know exactly what they're talking about, and it sometimes feels like an ideal that you can never quite attain. And we want it to be like, nah, no. All you need is like excitement, and you need some slides. You don't even really need slides. And you need to be able to stand up front and speak in semi-full sentences, and that's pretty much all you need. So we really invested in sort of our efforts when it came to reaching out to first-time speakers. We, the speakers team really tried to word the CFP, the call for proposals, in a way that spoke to first-time speakers and made them feel like, I could do this. And it turns out that a lot of people can do this, because we had around 40% of our speakers were first-time speakers, and you wouldn't know it. Like, could you tell? No, no one could tell. And so now we want to thank people. And we really hope you all stick around for this, because there are so many people that contributed to making this event what it is. So first off, our speakers. Look at how many speakers we had. We had so many speakers. So thank you to all of you for investing the time in creating the talks that you did. I spoke to many of you after your talks, and you talked about how you added new features to the software you were talking about, how you worked and you reworked your slides, how you changed your slides last minute. I saw many of you practicing out there. Just because talks are 15 minutes long does not mean they're any less challenging to make. And we, the StarCon organizers, we really acknowledge and we see and we appreciate the effort that you put into sharing what you know, sharing your stories and your excitement with us over these 2 days. So thank you. Sponsors give us money, and money is what makes a conference go. Food, stenography, getting speakers here, paying them for their time and effort. What else did we spend money on? Stickers, t-shirts. Yeah, we just really hope our sponsors know how much they mean to us, how much it means to us that there's organizations out there who see the importance of events like this, because we think StarCon is really important, and they think StarCon is really important, and it's great that we all collectively think that StarCon is really important, because our excitement and enthusiasm isn't going to pay for the food and coffee that keeps you awake and keeps you going. So thank you to all the speakers, to all the sponsors who are present. We really hope that you see how much we appreciate you. Our volunteers. So organizing a conference takes a full year, but none of it matters if on the day of, there aren't people to check you in, if there aren't people switching out trays of food as you eat them, people who are loading, setting up coffee and napkins and cutlery as you're inside watching the talks. And I'm out there and I'm with these volunteers, they arrive at 7 a.m. every single day to help set up signs, to help arrange tables, and it is exhausting. And we really hope that they know that we really appreciate them. Everyone at this conference really appreciates the work that they do. More cool people. We had Neha taking photographs of everyone. Is Neha here? Here. We had Carice, who designed our logos and the stickers that you all hopefully took. We had Rick, who set up Wi-Fi that you hopefully used to tweet about the conference. And we had Derek, who helped set up, I didn't mention this, but Derek from ISD, from the University of Waterloo, is the person who helped set up stenography for us. And providing stenography and paying for stenography was something that was really important. And until like 4 or 5 p.m. on Friday, we had no idea if like stenography was even going to work. So yeah, we have this fancy hi-fi setup and this projector. And we have a stenographer, a remote stenographer from CHS who transcribed everything that people were saying, no matter how fast, no matter what language in. And we really, really appreciate them. And we hope that they know how much we enjoyed their transcription. Okay. Our program committee, we had around 20 talks this year, and we had over, 110 applications? 111 applications, and vetting them was no easy task, I can tell you. I was there. It was really hard. And we had a lot of people with a lot of really good insights and a lot of good opinions who really fought for the talks that you had to hear today. And thank you to all of them that you had to hear, watch, attend. So thank you to all of them for providing their expertise. Many of them are here. Sanjay, Josh, Andrew, Max, they're all here. Say hi to them, they're cool. Our talk mentors. I'm sorry if I missed anyone, because I made these slides like 5 seconds before I got up. But the day before the conference, we actually had a little session where speakers came in and practiced their talks, and people were around to give them feedback, and that takes time and takes effort and takes energy. So thank you to everyone present who did that. People who gave us advice. You know the first thing we did when we decided to run a conference? We spoke to other people who had run conferences.
We recognized that we were mostly incompetent at the time.
Oh, yeah. We didn't know anything. So we spoke to all these lovely people who told us things to keep in mind while running an inclusive conference, something that provides value to everyone. So thank you to them. And our team. So first up, we have Fatema, who's at the back over there. She's responsible for all the food you ate, and all the coffee you drank, and all the hot chocolate you drank. Yep. We have Kanan. I misspelled Kanan's last name. It does not have an N. Kanan is over there, and Kanan helped organize our volunteers, ordered pizza for the board games, booked this venue. It was not easy to find this space, I can tell you. We have Alicia. Is Alicia here? Alicia is not here, but Alicia designed the programs that you used, stickers, the banner that you see outside. So thank you to Alicia. Evie, who is up here, who has been handling social media, got code of conduct trained. Chirag, who is, where's Chirag? Chirag is over there. He was the money person. He reached out to sponsors. He kept us in line when we wanted to spend money, budgeted for us, and did a ton of other things in between too. Anna, who we love, she emceed the event, and she also led our team, our speakers team. There were 3 people in the speakers team, and the other 2 are Karishma, who's here, Shannon, who's here, and they helped run our CFB. They helped reach out to our program committee. They helped send emails to speakers, book our speaker dinner, and check in with them, figure out reimbursements, figure out travel plans. I can't even, so much. Okay, Anna's gonna say me, because it's too weird.
And she's terrible at accepting compliments. This is gonna be really fun. Arshia is our never-failing captain. She guides us through the tricky waters of whatever university finance throws at us in terms of paperwork. And she lovingly sent so many emails. Like, I think she's entirely responsible for like half of SMTP requests that were sent over the last year. And honestly, she holds us all together. She is a shoulder to cry on, and she laughs at my absolutely horrible jokes. Honestly, we couldn't have done it without her, and she was an amazing chair.
Okay, I want the mic back now.
She's terrible at taking compliments.
Okay. And that's it. Is it? You tell me.
Send your slides.
That's it. Have a good evening, everyone. We're going to be clearing up for a while, but it would be nice if people sort of started to move out in the next half an hour.
If you're a speaker and you would like to be in a speaker photo, please come down here.